Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking Love After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 41. Before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. Listen, this episode has driven me to drink. Now look, I call this the Ramona Singer. It's a little vodka, soda water, and lime, okay? This is ridiculous, okay? These people are absolutely nuts. I couldn't imagine living through these situations. So we start off with Dante and Nicole. So they're at Dante's house and they're making dinner. Dante's mom is coming over to meet Nicole. Nicole is really nervous about meeting his mom, and he's nervous about his mom meeting her, but she makes this statement that if his mom doesn't like her, she's never meeting her again. And I said, you know what? Yeah, because that's how real relationships work. Ma'am, as everyone knows, if you really love someone, you will be there. Even if you don't, necessarily like their parents or their brothers or sisters. There's a lot of married people that are happily together and they don't like each other's partners.
I was mad because you literally know that boobs are thousands of dollars. We've talked about this before. This is actually really cheap, $6,000. Because guess what? I thought it was going to be $8,000. So I was like, ooh, this is good.
Oh, baby, that's a lot of money.
But you said you were going to pay it. And
I know what I said.
But you literally, I'm irritated because you just got me so excited and you don't even have the money to pay for it.
Well, if I got to bust my ass at work or not pay my rent, I will figure it out.
You would not pay your bills to pay for my boob job?
That's what it takes to keep you satisfied, baby. I guess so.
Okay. That makes me a little happy.
Nicole is really a disgusting person to me. I cannot imagine ever thinking or smiling or laughing, being happy or excited about someone willing to not pay their rent, not pay their bills to help you get new boobs. I would never in my life want to see somebody struggle or suffer for helping me, especially not with something like new boobs, when you could just get a job and save up your own $6,000 to pay for your boobs. My mom has always taught me since I was young, when I got my first job working at the Dairy Queen when I was 14, she always said, when you have bills, you pay your bills first, but the first bill you make sure you pay is your rent or your mortgage, so that you always have a roof over your head. I don't understand what's going on in Dante's mind, but I am appalled that he is that sprung, that dumb, for lack of a better word, to be willing to skip out on paying his rent to buy this girl boobs. This girl is clearly using you. You are being mistreated and abused, and you act as if you are oblivious to it. At the same time, she tells him that she needs to call her ex-girlfriend Tia because it's her birthday and she wants to wish her a happy birthday. He gets upset by this and she tells him she doesn't understand why he's upset because she's just a friend. Girl.
I want to meet his mom. Come get me. What the is this? Oh my God, he is so disgusting.
Did I just hear her say what?
He has a nasty ass sex toy, and I told him to throw it away. I just came in his room to talk to you, and I was just creeping around looking like what kind of he got. I walk over here, it's underneath the bed. It's not even like a life-size doll. It's so nasty. All right. I'll talk to you later. What the is that?
That, because that ain't what we talking about right now.
No, don't change the subject. You want to take the heat off of you?
Sitting in here in my house making a joke out of me to some bitch you been.
Were you sitting in here?
I heard all that.
What'd I
want
say?
you to come
Please
get
tell me. Where's
I want
the
you
work?
to come get me.
Say
Okay,
that.
so I'm just here now,
You
right?
are tripping. I asked her
here,
to come
right?
and get me.
So you come
I
here
asked her to
on
hold
the
on.
night.
I asked her
No,
to
don't you
come
put your
and
hand in my face.
I asked her to come and get me.
You trying to
Doll
play
is
me.
freaking
Matter
me
of
out.
fact, you can give me my damn phone back and all that out, boy. If you in this for what you can get out of it, get the out of here, man.
You know what? I don't feel any kind of ways about it because he is absolutely allowing her to manipulate him and to use him, and he's walking right into her trap. She has him in a web and he can't help it. You know, she is a con artist and he's the greatest fool. And I really hate to call him a fool because that's not nice. But buddy, you are being a complete idiot. Now see, listen, for a second there, I said, well, wait, the light bulb has popped on. You know what I mean? Maybe he realizes that this girl is clearly using you. However, her being kind of grossed out by that little tiny toy of his, I really do get it, because that thing is kind of gross and weird and it's odd. You know what I mean? Ugh, is all I can say about that. But I said, you know what? He's going to get upset. There's going to be a little arguing back and forth, but there's only a matter of moments before she's able to reel him back in. This dude is on the hook. I just knew it. You know, within seconds, there he is back to being her lapdog, you know, wanting everything to be smoothed over. He's apologizing. I hate to argue with you. I don't like to fight with you. You know, my mom's coming. And then here comes his mom.
Another white blonde stripper type, and that's what my son goes for.
Well, that's a way to start the evening.
I love the fact that you're protective over me, but I also need you to understand that I'm a grown man. This is who I chose to be with. This is the woman that I want to be your daughter-in-law one day. This is the woman I want to be the mother of your grandkids one day. So if you can't accept her, you know what that means. You can't accept me.
You're not coming at me like that. You barely know this woman. Let's put it out here on the table.
I feel like a lot of your doubts, they come from him being with that girl, Chelsea, and her doing him so wrong. And then I guess the simple fact that she was also in prison. Yes, I have asked your son for money, but I am very tired of being compared to this girl because I definitely have not asked for half the crazy that she has asked for.
It's hard. You paranoid all the time because of what you've been through.
No,
Well, you couldn't have been that paranoid if you went back to the website again.
Whose side you on, man?
All right now. That whole mom, whose side are you on? Your mom is on the side of common sense, okay? Common sense.
Let's be real. We as women, we love sex just like men. There's something wrong with that picture, that you have a problem being intimate.
All right, Mom.
I don't think that you have a problem being intimate. I think that you have a problem being intimate with him.
Yes, I do want to have sex, but it's also like I'm scared to have sex. You know what I'm saying?
But you wasn't scared to ask him for money. A woman like that could only want to be with him, I think, for materialistic reasons. She say she's around for the long haul, but so would I if I could get whatever I wanted. Come on. You ain't been intimate with your man in 4 years?
I know how I feel, and
I mean, for Christ's sake, she's up here with a blow-up dog.
All right, now this woman is speaking facts. She is absolutely speaking facts. His mama is nobody's dummy. This was one crazy dinner. This was crazier than Alex's dinner on You, Me, and My Ex. On the way home, Dante is talking to her about her and him being together. He tells her that he thinks his mama likes her. Buddy, were your ears and eyes working at dinner? And no, your mama is not a fan of hers. And he tries to get out to walk her to the door, and she tells him no, she doesn't want him walking her to the door because she doesn't want the dogs to bark and wake up her mom. Then she sits on the porch, and I said, what is she doing sitting out on the porch? And he said the same thing. So he drives down the street and then turns around, and the next thing you know, here comes somebody picking her up. And the way it looked, it was probably Zach. I don't know, but this is about to be interesting, and I bet he is still gonna be there. Even when he bust her in mid-cheating, he's still gonna be there. He's gonna accept whatever she tells him and roll right along with it. Stan and Lisa. Lisa decides to go back to Stan's place with him. She says that he owes her money for that hotel. He owes her money for the outfit that she purchased for dinner. And I hope she can get him to pay her back for them extensions, because every time she talks privately with the production team, I always get the vision of the Cowardly Lion from The Wiz. Her hair was doing too much, and it was as if it was 3 different types of hair, in maybe 3 or 4 different shades. It was crinkly a little bit over here, a little straight over here. It was doing its own jazz dance and jazz hands on the back and the sides. That hair was doing a lot. I'm sorry. I didn't like it. Okay, moving on. So on the way back to Stan's house, she pretty much lets him know her list of demands. I guess when she was in prison, Stan told her he would give her $5,000 to buy her a new car, and she is calling in the chips, okay? She wants the $5,000 for the new car, even though she has no driver's license. She is also asking Stan to help her get a 1-bedroom apartment, and of course she wants him to pay for it. And I said, well, that goes back to the website Seeking Arrangement, where he met her. She is seeking arrangements. If you want the sex, you've got to make these arrangements. And she's letting Stan know she is not going to move in with him for the next 4 or 6 months because she's not really sure. His behavior the night before has let her know that she needs her own space. I see where you're going with this, Lisa. I see. In the midst of this heated conversation, Stan runs a red light and they get pulled over by the cops. Lisa is full on panic because she says that every time she's been pulled over, she has gone to jail. And she has 15 felony arrests. I said, dear God, ma'am, get your life together. Get your life together. So she's practically hyperventilating and losing her mind as Stan is searching vigilantly for his insurance. Okay, so she gets all ticked off because Stan is not pacifying her and calming her and nurturing her while she's having this little bit of an attack about the police. Stan is having his own little personal attack. He's got this spotless record. You know, his driving record is good, and here comes the police. They're trying to, and give him a ticket. He's nervous, so he doesn't really care what you're going through over here in this passenger seat. Anyway, the police checks his ID and his insurance, and Stan gets away with a little warning. I said, well, at first I was a little upset. I said, buddy, you ran a red light, you get a little warning. But then I thought, I've been pulled over a time or two and I've gotten a little warning and went on about my business. So, okay. So they get back to Stan's house, and the only thing that Stan is thinking about is the sex. Okay, he is ready to jump in bed. He wants to have sex. He wants to do all the cuddling, and Lisa's not here for it. She wants them to continue their conversation. She needs to make it very clear about her apartment, him paying her the money back, about him giving her the $5,000 for the car, and Stan hears that he is not getting the sex, and all well.
Lots of things that we still need to talk about.
Tired. I wanted to cuddle with you.
Yeah, you're acting like this is the Stan that I don't like.
I'm just explaining.
Yeah, you're acting like.
I'm not doing anything. Well, I'll tell you what. Then go.
Here you go with that again.
Here's her.
And then he throws my outside.
She is not nice to me at all.
Now listen, Stan was sober because he didn't drink at the restaurant. He said what he said and he meant it. He threw her trash bag and her Forbes out on the front porch. Listen, Stan already let you know he is here for the sex, the basement situation. And if you're not here for that, he's not here for you. Lisa, girl, listen. When he first acted out, you said you had $1,000. You need to see if you can find a friend or a relative who you can stay with while you look for a job. And you look for some sort of outpatient rehab or start going to those NA or AA meetings or something. You have got to get your life together and say goodbye to Stan. This is ridiculous. I don't want to see this whole back and forth with her and Stan. Stan is a creepy old man who is only after one thing. You need to run, you and all your hair. Lisa and Jeff. Well, honey, listen. She picks Jeff up from the halfway house today. He's been there for a couple of months and she is super excited. It's been 11 years and he ghosted her twice, and this time he's real. He's really there and she's gonna get the sex. Which I keep looking at Jeff and I said, oh no, I don't want it. I wouldn't want it. You know what I mean? It's just nothing appealing about Jeff. At least with Rachel, he's handsome. I mean, Doug has great eyes and good hair. What does Jeff have? Nothing. I'm just saying, I wouldn't put up with either one of them in the real world, but you know what I mean. Doug is something to look at. I'm just saying. Anyway. So she picks him up, and as soon as he gets in the car, she starts telling him about how she's picked out these roses and she's getting all the flowers and everything arranged for their wedding. They're getting married in 2.5 months. And he is looking as if, girl, slow down. I'm not really here to marry you. I'm just here for the money, the house, and the sex. You know, that dude is not here for the wedding. He is not. He then tells her that they have to write to the Bureau of Prisons to get permission to marry. I said, well, what? And she said the same thing. What? He said, I just found that out this morning. I said, did you just find that out this morning? I'm thinking maybe Jeff is already married. I don't know. I'm just saying that. It could be, maybe not.
Oh, God, man. This is awesome. I can have anything I want out of here?
Of course you can.
You know, yeah. Anything in the refrigerator, you can have it. I mean, she said this was your house. She's got your name or initials hanging up on the wall. You know, she's crazy. So sure, come on in, take whatever you want. Jeff lets us know that he has had 5 girlfriends since he's been in prison, and he keeps in touch with all of them. I mean, is anybody shocked? That's what I want to know. Tell me, Pete, sir, is anybody shocked? I mean, I am kind of shocked that he had 5 girlfriends, and I want to know, what are they doing with their life? I really do. Are they looking at those same old photos that she was looking at? I don't understand it. Anyway, moving on, because I'm getting mean. We also find out that the sex was good, according to them. And he has 3 or 4 different girlfriends tatted on him. And he says he's going to have them all covered up. And she wants them covered up. And then he's going to put her name there. I said, well, that's all right, because when he leaves you in a few weeks, he's just going to cover it up, you know, with the next girl. I mean, why do this? This is a cycle. You know, stop doing it. So he says that he's not going to look at any other women because he wants to be faithful to Anissa. And as soon as he says that, all of a sudden he gets text messages from a girl named Christine, who he says was his first love. And she contacted him when he got out and wants to meet up. But he's not going to tell Anissa about it. I said, I'm sure you won't. I'm sure you won't. Because then you won't have any place to live for free. And Anissa makes a nice breakfast. They're eating it out back. And Kyle shows up. When he sees Kyle, he says, oh, God, this guy again. Kyle lives on the same property, so you're going to see this guy all the time. Kyle says that he too has been to jail before, so he knows how men do. He knows that talk that they give women to get away with murder practically, and he is going to be watching Jeff like a hawk because Anissa is his friend and he's not going to let Jeff hurt her. So he does ask Jeff where he went the last couple times he ghosted her, and he says he went back to the streets because he was looking for his next hit. I said, oh my God, these are just huge red flags. These are huge red flags. She does not realize what she has gotten herself into. And then Jeff goes on to tell Kyle that he's got something that he really needs to tell him that he hasn't told her yet. And it's sort of a big secret. And then I started thinking, I said, maybe I'm right. Maybe he's going to tell Kyle that he's already married. I don't know. I guess you have to wait till next episode to find out. Brittany and Ray. Oh, God. So all I can say...
I don't know anything about Brittany. He met her on the internet, and I don't know what her intentions are for my baby.
Now, my question is, what's your baby's intention for her? Now, she can say over and over again what kind of girl meets a guy online who is in prison, but what kind of man is he? Why are you judging Brittany so hard? Let's judge Ray a little bit too. All right now, so she's watching Brittany. Well, while you watching Brittany, make sure you're keeping a good eye on Ray, because Ray is no prize either. I mean, come on now. You are eyeballing Brittany. Brittany is the one with a job and a home and money and food and clothing for your grandson. I mean, seriously, get off her neck, even though I think she is out of her daggone mind to be bothered with Ray. Personally, I think when Grandma showed up, that was a sign. Please put your bag of stuff in your grandma's truck. Go on back to your grandma's house. I mean, that's what I'd have said. Ray is super excited when he gets to the house. He thinks that it's beautiful. He loves the big bed. But the thing he wants to do most is have a little breakfast, head into the kitchen. And all I have to say is Brittany has a dog that is adorable. I loved her little dog. He was really cute. Ray does make a comment that screams problem, red flag.
Danger! Danger!
He says that he's going to drink every day. Buddy, what? For the next 3 months, you're going to be on house arrest. So you're going to sit around here drinking all day? I don't think so. Red flag. Courtney and Josh. All right, now look. Josh has not even been out of jail for a cool 14 days, and Courtney is already upset with Josh. It seems that all he does is sit around at the house playing video games all day. She says that it's almost 14 days and they've had sex twice. Okay, something's not right. This man has been in jail for how long? And they've only had sex twice in a 14-day period. Goodbye, Josh. Okay, I can't wait to drop you off at your cousin's house. I'm not playing with you. What kind of mess is this? But what really ticked me off is she is upset, angry, and in pain emotionally. But she heads over to a bridal shop and starts picking out a wedding dress while complaining about him the whole time. I said, ma'am, He is going to be paroled to his cousin's house in a few short days, and you may not be able to live with him for 3 years, and you're planning a wedding? Then you tell your friend that before he got out of jail, he got ticked off at you, so he flushed his wedding ring? Red flags everywhere. Courtney, I like you. Josh, not so much. This is getting to be ridiculous. Girl, bye. Stop this madness. You have no business at this bridal shop. No. Anyway, honey, listen. This episode was something else. I mean, these people driving me to drinking. I can't live my life like this. I'll be an alcoholic by the end of the season. I'm just saying. Okay? Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments. What is going on? Now I've got a few questions, peeps. A few questions. Get down in the comments, peeps. I'm not playing with you. Get down in the comments. Would you ever deal with any of these relationships? That's question number 1. Question number 2, do you think that any of these relationships are actually going to make it? Are they going to thrive? Are they going to be able to build anything? And question number 3, did anybody see the previews for Life After Lockup? Oh my God, what? It looked as if Dante and Nicole might be getting married. Then you see something's going on with Brittany and Marcelino, and those are my people. I love them. Then there was the whole thing with John and Christiana, and everybody knows I like Christiana. John, not so much. Listen, I cannot wait for Life After Lockup. This is about to go down. I'm ready, okay? I am ready. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments. And until next time, bye.